Alright, now, let's get it. This is the part 2, you feel me? I had to fix some shit. A little technical functioning structure difficulties. I had to make some shit work. I don't know what was going on with what. But it's the reflector. Here to reflect, but you choose to neglect. Don't mind me, Lilith is in Virgo right now, you feel me, with Venus. So I'm trying to make some shit work. I'm discovering feelings that I resonate with Lilith, deep, dark. It might seem dark in the realm we in, because it's all about, you know, centering yourself in care and, you know, timing, waiting for growth, learning, all that energy is here. So that Lilith's just somewhere else, but it still is attached to you in on another level, on another plane. And remember, everybody's always interacting with the energies. They just might not see it in that same frame as far as, you know, people like astrology. That's not to say you gotta look at astrology and know these ins and outs as if like this is some particular way of learning. No, everybody can learn it. You just gotta have the will to want to do it. Like, and then you gotta actually be true and genuine, where you know goddamn well it's not a fucking word that dictates you. It's not even an element that dictates you. It's not a planet that dictates you. It's you being the spirit, the observer of those planets, observations, subconscious things that you're attached to, that you basically made a subconscious structure, a system of. Because everybody got their own system. Even if you don't live in structure, you structured your body. You made the layout of your body, and you know you got help from those who came before you, aka your parents, predecessors, and you got help from people that's around you. As an example, in time, you know, like I got humans around me, I got people around me. They did the same shit I did. We all did. You can either think somebody created you outside of you, or you can think you did it yourself. Either way, spirit always got to take responsibility for what it's done. So you can't go off. Well, I'm gonna just let that be, because you can't go off one end to support a God, but at the same time you have your own wants and needs. Not for you to look at it like I gotta sacrifice it for the sake of a name, for the sake of an obligation, blah blah blah. That was promised, and you think you're gonna get something out of it, whether it be mental, you know, feel good satisfaction, as in you feel mentally fulfilled only because of what you did and promised, and then vice versa. You can feel physically fulfilled, but mentally you feel like you're not getting everything out, or you feel empty. You feel like, you know, you're not actually expanding your mind outside the box like you know you can. Now, it's hot, bitch. Take this sip of water, best water in the world, sponsor me. I bet you I spend like damn near fucking $500 on them water bottles cases every year. That's a lot of money. But yeah. So money ain't nothing, but it is something at some point. You know. But you know, at some point, money isn't everything, because people can make all the money in the world, still sabotage themselves, not feel like they're still good enough, not feel like they're being fulfilled on the inside, all kind of shit, as in money ain't everything. But you need to make it. But that starts with you being consistent. That starts with you being consistent with something. That's what's up. That's what's gonna get your ass some money. Because you can be consistent with something that people don't usually do. It's gonna manifest for you a little slower, but when you get it, can't get knocked off. Can't get tricked out your position, knocked off, slandered, cast the stones. Even if you do, because people have free will, they can cast stones, choose to be in that state of being, but like, it ain't gonna hit. It's just gonna basically make it where they make a war for themselves, because it's something they not doing. So yeah. So let's get into the subject matter of clout chasing. Because remember, everything develops. It ain't like a light switch flips on and boom, we're here. You might see your life like that, like when you look in your past and like, dang, how did I even get here? No. You just are living out of order. But, every spirit has to have some type of knowing for itself. This is why that shit is going around. But that just means knowing the system, structure, element, all of these different features, all of these different minor, big, macro, micro spectrum of yourself. AKA, I got a fucking knee, but if I cut my knee, I'm still here. So you look at that like your functioning realities or your functioning worlds that got a cycle. Them, you can get rid of them. Not completely, but you can get rid of things within it. You can never get rid of the whole fucking attribute. We all have these things. That's like, we all have these things. And if you get rid of it, you'll just be living without it. So that means you'll just lack it. So a person that got an arm cut off, they can live without it, but some people actually are born normally with arms. You feel me? So remember, we all have ability to do things. It's not like it's something out of our hands. Because people do that in subtle ways where you would look at them like, damn, you make all this goddamn money. You got all these things you're doing. And you still like choose to give some type of internal perspective of your own to something else because it's bigger than you, because you must not just have enough time, or you just must not believe in yourself enough or have faith, period. So that's neither here nor there. So that whole point was basically just me breaking down the fact that some people just don't got a real drive for their own space, because they're too embarrassed, so they'll use their own space by default to project and go for projection. Automatically brings direction, so you'll go for be on a line of event of trying to prove yourself in fitting a role, fitting a part, fitting a piece. I know I keep going all over, but yeah, so not all over, but I keep going off trail. So this shit right here, when it comes to clout chasers, what is that? You feel me? Like, what is that? Like teachers do. What is a clout chaser? So a clout chaser is basically a person, because clout is basically cloud, but with a T. So instead of D, where you have the ability to actually bring it down and live it, like a cloud is over you and you can still see it from your perspective even though it's way higher than you. That's bringing it down so you can see it. And you can look at the speculative cloud, which is cloud of thought or cloudy judgment. You got too many other thoughts, too many other things blinding you, and they're just light and density. So when you're looking at it with your spirit perspective, you're looking at fog and cloudiness. So clout itself is just replace it with the T. So that's all about a crossing, or that's all about a stance or a stability or like toughness, like stubbornness in a sense, or you basically planting your seed, your stance. So basically a cloud is a person trying to be a thought that everyone can think about or have some type of broad, you feel me, influence based on what they have or what they're known for, so they can be of knowing. Like, so everybody can fucking know them. You feel me? The person is trying to get out there so people can fucking know them and get attention for it. But that's, attention comes after that. But clout itself is you just being in that perspective to even get these things toward you. Get in the space, like, yeah, so that's what that, and if they're chasing that, that means a person trying to constantly find different ways every day to be of the clout, be of a thought, of a certain distance, they cover a certain amount of space where people can, they just automatically attract attention, you feel me? Automatically attract maybe money from that. Maybe love, appreciation. They feel like they're worthy, they feel like they're important now. that type of shit. So, person chasing that. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I guess, two sides to it, or I'm gonna tell you from my perspective what I've seen, the actual like the right back at you, or you're a fool energy, or you know what I'm saying? Because that shit's true. You shouldn't do nothing like that. You shouldn't be trying to fit an image so much to the point you're going out of your element so much that you might have even broke the law out of your element too. And record it for the sake of clout. For everybody to remember you and think of you, or you to be on a broad, because okay, whatever we do from a mental perspective is what we do physically. So yeah, what mentally comes from having that cloud, everybody think about you, is you being on social media, because you already getting, you feel me? Like, this ain't no spooky shit, and most people in reality, or all of us, done agreed to seeing what's in time though. Even if somebody's impacting the whole fucking world on some anime shit mentally, and they fucking everybody up like goddamn zombies who on goddamn Dragon Ball, it, like, people wouldn't even give that the satisfaction. They still gotta see it, right? So that's why I'm saying that in time, you see being cloudful as being in the social media. That's all the way down to music, radio. That's all social media at this point. Different version. You feel me? But it's all the same shit. So, mental intertwines, has sex, accumulates, comes into routine, it becomes situations in reality. And imagine us all doing this simultaneously. All the people in the world have money. So, yeah, believe it if you don't. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, so the actual good thing, or the realness, okay, not the good thing I would say, the realness to this, or the actual one side of it is, you know, oh yeah, don't try to be a reality. Don't try to chase the shit. Don't try to be like, this is what it means to be cool. Everybody knows in reality though, when we step in real life, that ain't fucking actually real. That's not, like, you can be a fool and do shit like that, but hey, everybody encounters some crazy ass, not crazy, but like a person just out there obnoxious and shit. Like in school, like you point somebody out or think of somebody. So, you feel me? Like, motherfuckers, man. Motherfuckers shouldn't try and be fit in, basically. Fit into what's shown and presented to the world. Clearly, these things are being controlled where it's a certain bias of how these things want to be streamed if you want to get into it. You feel me? So, you should never try to just fit in. And that goes for people even trying to create content. You shouldn't be trying to fucking be like everybody goddamn else. We're about to come in here. I gotta lift that bitch up. Shit. I gotta lift that bitch up, man. Y'all, this, I don't know what's going on with this shit. I'm looking. Nothing up here stopping it. This part look like it's going first. I really think, oh. Okay, that's not even it. Like, I don't know why the fuck it's doing it. Like, it's crazy. Alright. Yeah. Feel me? But yeah, man. God damn. Listen, I'm a fixer. You feel me? Not really, but yeah. So I was really trying to fix that shit, like, cause ain't no reason a goddamn some shit like that in an apartment should be locking up like that, like, bro. Especially if there's nothing clearly in the way. So yeah, all right. What's up with it? What's good, Stretch? What's good? Goddamn Mysterio. Shout out to Stretch and Mysterio. You feel me? The live stream join ups, the collabs, the goddamn trio is coming soon. Real shit. Gonna be basically spitting to y'all shit that can open your mind up. Nah, rather put your mind in a different place. Rather put your mind in a different perspective, and it'll help you shape up your mind in your own way, as you already gonna do, no matter what anybody's making you do. Nobody can make you do anything. It's all about what you're willing to endure and take and shit. So yeah, we're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, putting that shit onto y'all. And we just regular people, so it's gonna, you know what I'm saying, get y'all, you know what I'm saying, fighting the right wars and tap into your actual individuality and your gifts from that, your sparks from that, and go from there. Keep that shit as a practice. Do earthly shit based on that. Bitch. He's like, whoa, nigga. Bitch. But yeah. So Michael said that if you a clout chaser, you are already 2 steps behind because you are in the position of chasing something. Right. Exactly. Anytime you in a position of chasing something, like, that's not a shout out to Michael too, you feel me? That's my boy. But Archangel Michael, you feel me? Archive on Instagram. He got a YouTube. It should be Michael, but either way, you feel me? Yeah. So, yeah, that's completely right though, because it's like you already not even in the energy of making your own shit. It's like you're always gonna make your own shit by default. Okay, everybody need to remember that. That's what separates us. That's a soul, individual. But and then in the projection you make out of that. But anytime you stepping into just trying to prove something in another way, so do what you're gonna do anyway in your own perspective, but do it based on, you know, what it means to steal, or, you know, be on the hood side of shit, the ratchet side, where you just all about, man, fuck all this shit in front of me, like, it's mine. Who is somebody to tell me I gotta pay, or just, you know, basically being a opposer to the law. So, man, you just, at that point, you just like kind of way behind. Feel me? Success isn't something you chase or attract. It's something you catch. You gotta be a cloud catcher. That way you'll be 2 steps ahead of the game. Yeah, cloud catcher, right? Real shit. Just catch that shit. You feel me? Like, I ain't always remember, anytime the consistency rules overall. Okay, especially how much energy they put into it. So if you consistent in some type of like role, social media shit, like, you know, your shit that you got to provide to show or present, you feel me, like a goddamn science project, that's all I see. Then hold on, I'm reading some shit. But you feel me? Anytime you can't be stepping into energies like that, you know. That shit don't get you nowhere. So those are all basically the side of, like, you know, it's actually truth to it, and like, you really shouldn't be no cloud chaser, because all the people that did that shit was just like crash dummies for, you know, like low vibrational people. So they all about just doing the worst thing possible because they don't want to do something for themselves type shit. So, yeah, that shit was made for that. And to basically entertain people. So entertainment comes with, like, low-key a lot of energy because you might believe that might peel over or spill over into other areas, whatever you entertain. So yeah, like, it's all a kind of a agenda behind doing certain actions or an intent behind it. So now let me tell y'all the right back at you jokes on you about this though. Okay? Because a lot of people don't want to move on with the times. A lot of people still stuck in when they was goddamn growing up, like they actually fucking matter in the fucking world. Okay? A lot of people stuck in shit like that still. You feel me? So, like, think about a cloud chaser, but think about it on the level of the most easygoing level, which might turn into something you receive where you chase means you're going out to go get it. Masculine projection. You see it, you're going on a direction, a line, masculine. Now when you start enduring, receiving, catching, holding it, you took it in, that's feminine. So a person that's basically, like I'm trying to say, is more on the side of they don't really care about the cloud, but they're doing it in the most passive way, I guess. Because this is not really how I see it, but just to get y'all on the right shit, right? Like, that person is actually more likely to actually have something going for themselves using the platform of however many views, however much attention they got. You feel me? So, jokes on people where they're thinking of people like they're trying to get, because anytime we come out with names, people start using that title to stamp it on other people just because they feel a certain way in a certain situation. They're not being in an equilibrium space because they're too into their own way, so they're automatically polarized. You feel me? So when we talking about these goddamn people that's more likely to get successful, they're gonna be like, at least in situations to put on for something, especially if we all got phones, and phones and tablets done got more important and more and more reliable than goddamn computers. Unless you're a gamer, PC person, fucking your job has got something to do with, like, you gotta be on the computers and shit, reception, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, so at some point people gotta realize everything isn't cloud chasing and trying to get attention. Everything is what the world is showing us to be. So everybody's associating, getting online, linking up, making collabs to basically try to boost themselves up or keep something going so they can have some type of association to be a part of. So everybody wants to be themselves, be a part of something in these times. If you don't know that, then, and you don't gotta know it, just feel it or go, you see it in front of you. It's not about knowing like a smart eye. No, it's just about sometimes you know it in other ways. So, because we all do, but it just takes you to have that awareness, and you might come up with that thought that, oh, this is what's going on, not that it's just happening to me, Put out your force with the universe that you receive and you gotta push out, project. So yeah, man, like, always remember though, people that's actually trying to get out there, at least they doing it. It's not for people to look at it and just judge. Because remember, there's always people watching, there's always people doing or being watched. So you feel me? You either watching, and it's not necessarily bad or good, either one, but just know, at some point, you want to be seen for the things you can do and get little crumbs for in your real life. I bet half the world's talented and everybody's special. So you could be seen, you feel me? But nope, you don't want to be seen because you want to hate on something that you can't quite do, or you don't quite get why it's even happening. But hey, that's the world we're in. Because the world is always, they always got different flows, you feel me? Last time I checked, the world always changed. Only thing that remains is change. So water always goddamn flows. So that means that's different waves. It's not like it's a trap container like a damn bathtub that nobody is like, you know, interrupting with their force, with their hands or nothing. But yeah, take that mentally. That's just a little allegory pointing to what I'm talking about. So I had a little point in my goddamn head. But yeah, man. It's the reflector. Hit a reflector. You choose to neglect, man. I'm about to keep chilling with this nigga. I'm about to make or upload some videos I got and get ready for some other topics. You feel me? Just be chilling, man. It's Monday, moon day, waning, moon, getting ready to get into this new moon in Sagittarius. You feel me? Actually, it's gonna be a new moon in Scorpio, but it's gonna be predicated on things that we're leading to, which is Sagittarius shit. So actually get comfortable or make a vibe for yourself that's gonna turn into an ego or turn into experiences that you go through to have motive to have an ego. You feel me? That's why motherfuckers. That's why these motherfucking Thanksgiving shit is labeled on the end of Sagittarius season or my bad, the start of Sagittarius season, because it's all about going through experiences and you gonna rise again type shit. Like, but it takes you to go through hell and see your meaning and reasoning, go for it, and see if that's it, because you actually went through the experience in the first place, your moral system, your way of, your perspective, and then boom, you got an ego, aka last deacon of Sagittarius' sun. But before that is Mars, and then before that is Jupiter. So go through experiences, have intent, or have, you know, movement for why you're going through these certain awarenesses, so that certain line. And then boom, you make an ego, sun. Anyway, remember, everything is for you to use it for yourself on all levels. Don't ever think you don't got faith, belief, and imagination, and don't ever think that's not important. And don't feel like you gotta put that shit out to other people. People, places, a thing that you use, and or people, places, and things on that level. Because everything is really just people or a being. But for something to be, it must have a circumference or a actual figure, I guess. But not so much physical, but just a way that you know that, okay, you can single this thing out. It just might be made way more grander than me or bigger than me. But we can all surf within this shit. Don't be getting caught up in the bullshit, man. Clout chaser ain't that bad, because some of them actually put themselves out there to be seen. Because everybody's moving to social media anyway. Like I said, we got phones now instead of computers most of the time. And most people that got a big ass PCs and shit, they still got a fucking 3 phones by them though. You know what I'm saying? Just really half the time before a look. Now some people really need like different different monitors and shit. But anyways, don't hate on the time, just get with it, bro. Don't get mad at what's coming and mad when you on it. No. Just accept it and then, you know, adjust, move differently. It's the reflector, hit a reflector, choose neglect, man.